are
Hey.
live, and Skip happened. Skip Clark, Deb Lamphere, and there he is. Y'all been waiting. We're running a little bit late, but that's okay. Y'all say hi to Laine Hardy. Laine, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How you doing?
We're doing well. Wow. When they told me that I could have you on the podcast, I was just like, I can't believe it. This is going to be so cool. And I can tell you one thing, and you can see Deb is kind of doing something else because
Yeah,
our
I'm
social
getting
media.
my watch party going. Yeah, I got
Social media, when we mentioned that Laine Hardy was going to be on with us tonight, all across America, all around the world, people are like texting. They're on our Facebook, they're on our YouTube, they're everywhere because it's you, dude. So that's pretty cool. So Deb's getting all that in order. And Laine, can you tell us, describe your surroundings right now? Where are you?
Well, right now I'm back home in Louisiana. I've been bush hogging all day.
Bush hogging.
Some food plots and the back of the house and stuff.
Bush hogging, dude. What's that, like cutting grass?
Well, it's this. You put this on the back of a tractor and it's like a heavy duty lawnmower.
Yeah. Okay. So it cuts the big stuff.
Yes, sir.
That's cool. And down in Louisiana, where you got alligators, you got big snakes, you got a lot of big things there.
Seen a snake today.
Wow, that's crazy.
Okay.
Hey, it's wow. Just we need to know, and I'm sure already a lot of people are chiming in, but we need to know about this whole American Idol, how all that got started for you. You did it one time, you ended up doing it again, and you came out the champion, which is just fabulous. And we want to
hear that whole story.
Yeah.
Well, it's all like a blur to me, but I'll tell you, one day it all started like this. One day I got back from school. I think it was my junior year of high school. Got home. My mom, she said, "Hey, I think you should try out for American Idol." I was like, "Mom, that's crazy. That's crazy. I don't know about that." I walked inside, started thinking about it. I was like, "Well, I might just do it for Mama." So I walked back outside. I was like, "Hey, I'll do it." And then a couple months later, I went to these like walk-in auditions, for producers and stuff, and then they emailed us or texted us if we were gonna be going to the judges.
Can I stop you right there for 1 second? When you went to this walk-in audition, were you in line with thousands of people? Because on TV they show us lines wrapped around buildings.
Well, I got there late in the evening, and everybody was already like been through, and it's been a long day already. So I got there. The line wasn't too big, but yeah, that's bad. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, you're lucky then.
Got in. So you got in, and
they're early. They get there early.
Yeah. So you got in, pick it up from there, Laine.
Well, went to the walk-in auditions, sang, went back home. A couple weeks later, they emailed and said, "Here's where we're going to be doing the auditions with the judges." And I was like, "Wow, this is crazy. I don't know what I'm going to do, what song I'm going to do. Don't know what to expect." Walked in. It was in New Orleans. This is where it was held. And I sang. It was a long day. It was a very long day. And finally, I think I was one of the last people to go. It was late at night too, I think. And I sang Hurricane, Levon Helm.
Nice.
And then I made it. And that was the craziest moment of my life. Just to make that was it meant a lot to me.
Yeah, that was the first time though, right? So you got in, you got in front of them. You as Laine Hardy, it was all you. Now let's go to the second time. You went in to play guitar with somebody, and then they saw it was you, and then they asked you to perform. Is that correct? Or audition?
Yes, sir. The second time around, the first time around, I got to around like halfway through the season, top 40. After I got off the show, I went home. I started trying to build my name and work hard and stuff like that with what I had. And all of a sudden, my best friend's sister called me. She said, "Hey, I'm going to try out for American Idol. And I was wondering if you wanted to play guitar for me because it's a little nerve-wracking and I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I said, sure. So I helped her pick her songs, and we flew to Idaho, Coeur d'Alene.
Uh-huh.
And I had, sorry, my phone went off.
Oh, that's all right, dude.
I had no idea.
You never know what's going to happen on a podcast. The phones go off, everything, the dog,
they're buzzing.
and dog bark and all that other stuff. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
So can I back up for just a second? Because when you were asked to play guitar to go in, did you have any reservation about doing that, knowing that you had been on the show and then you were off the show and maybe you wanted to go and audition another time? How did you feel when you were asked?
Well, I didn't prepare at all. I wasn't prepared to sing anything. I just learned those songs that my best friend's sister was going to audition with. And I had no idea that they were going to ask me. I didn't even think it was going to be a thing because I didn't know you can go 2 years back to back like that.
Mm-hmm.
So did you think that when you went in to play the guitar that you were wishing that it were you re-auditioning again, or were you just good with, okay, I'm going to go and do this for her?
Yes, ma'am. I was pretty content on just playing guitar and stuff like that.
That's good.
I had a great experience the first year, but for some reason, I just really didn't want to do the second season. Before I auditioned and stuff, I really didn't see myself doing it again. But once Katie asked me to sing a song, I was like, this brings back a lot of memories, and it felt really made me feel warm and stuff. And then
Yeah.
Lionel said, take it. And I was thinking, I was like, okay. So I took it. And then all I can think about was, well, I got to do group rounds again. That was a crazy,
crazy stuff. Sure.
Hollywood week. Brutal.
Yeah. Do you think, Laine, because you didn't go in expecting to audition, that maybe with that attitude, more of a relaxed, whatever, I'm just here to help somebody else out, kind of helped you out a little bit in this experience? You weren't all tense and okay, I got to do good. I know you had to do good. I get that. But maybe knowing it wasn't you, it was about her. Mm-hmm. But now, the spur of the moment, spontaneity of it all just made it better.
Yes, sir. I think that just the mindset that I was in at the time exactly. I'm just trying to help a friend out and play. I was just more relaxed, and I didn't think nothing of it. And there we go.
So I got to ask, what's your life like right now? You are the champion, American Idol. You are the winner. What has your life? I mean, you're young. You're what, 19? How old are you? Can I ask?
19.
19. All right.
Yes, sir.
So you're still a kid.
They don't mind telling their age when they're that age.
We don't tell our
age.
Let me talk about that. But anyway, no. So what is your life like now, being Laine Hardy, being the champion of Idol? I mean, are you able to go into town? Are you able to do things? I mean, people, obviously your hometown's got to be very proud of you. I think America is very proud of you. Everybody around the world, I can see people chiming in from the Philippines here. So everybody is so very proud of you. But what is your life like right now, being who you are?
Well, I was always raised and taught by my parents, my dad and mama, to not change who I am, but also be who I am. And I just stay true to my roots and don't change. But I feel the good thing is I feel the same exact I did before Idol, everything. So it's always good.
Cool. That's cool. Just keep being yourself, man. You can still be a superstar and still be yourself.
Yes, sir.
We respect you for that. And you're in the right format as well with some of this music that you're coming out with. And I know Tiny Town is due to hit the radio really, really quick. In some places, it might already be on the radio. And I know it's going to be, we're in Syracuse, New York, and I already know it's going to be on the air here real soon. So that's pretty cool. Can you tell us about Tiny Town?
Tiny Town, that song came about, I think I'm working with Michael Knox, Jason Aldean's producer, and one day when we were and when I was in Nashville, I went into his office and we were just talking about what songs we would be going into the studio with, what songs of mine, or if I even want to do my songs yet. But there was a song, correct me if I'm wrong, it was Michael Tyler. Michael Tyler wrote Tiny Town by himself.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's all him. Tiny Town is all him. And he's from Arkansas, I think.
Yeah, it's somewhere out. I've heard the name, and I know he's from Arkansas or Louisiana, somewhere down in that area. So,
yes, sir. And when I heard the demo of the song, I had to listen to it again because it so closely related to where I'm from and like how I am, and it just really touched my heart. So, I was like, "There's Michael. We gotta do this one. We gotta do this one." I love it. So,
I love all your manners.
Tell us about Tiny Town. Now, how tiny is your town? Where you're from?
Under 2,500 people.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
Yeah,
everybody in the country.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Gotta love that. But you've also had other music. We've been listening to the music here before we turn the mics on. Deb and I have been, listening to a lot of your music. I'm familiar with it. Of course, seeing you on Idol and doing some of the other stuff as well. But it's The Ground I Grew Up On. Isn't that that was one of those? And I started playing that, and I said to Deb, I said, "My God, this is good." Stuff like this, your voice for being who you are, as young as you are, it's so soulful and so full. And I mean, right there, I mean, it's a winner. I mean, you can see very easily how you could win Idol. So, with that, tell us about. Let's back it up a little bit with the whole Idol experience, and you get down to the finals. How nerve-wracking is that?
Well, it was something else because I can still feel that feeling of them saying, "All right, it's your turn." You walk up these stairs. All of a sudden, boom, you're in this huge it was at CBS Studios, and
right.
It was so energetic. Adrenaline is pumping, and just I don't know. It's just really, really crazy.
How were your nerves every time you had to walk on that stage? Each week as things progressed, did you feel more comfortable or more nervous because you knew you were getting further ahead?
Well, to be honest with you, it was it's a blur to me because it doesn't it feels like a dream, unreal. But I can remember once it got to those live rounds, I think top 14 or top 10 or something like that, it started being live. And I was so terrified of doing the live because all I could think about was behind those cameras is 13 millions of people. So you don't have a teleprompter, you don't have nothing like that. You have to just put on your game face.
I have goosebumps. I can't even imagine. You went from being a little hometown of 2,500 people to singing in front of, like you said, 13 million people or whatever millions that is. It's just a completely different universe.
Yes, ma'am, it is. It's taught me a lot too.
Oh my goodness.
I know, that's just amazing. I being on the radio is one thing, but being on television and seeing not only here in America but around the world and becoming the champion, as I mentioned, the winner, as I mentioned minutes ago. I mean, nothing can top that. And did you were you able to get out and tour at all with some of the other some of your friends from the show, some of your showmates? Were you able to get out and do some of that or no?
Well, the season I was on 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, I know time is flying out. I think about it, but
well, they decided not to do a Idol tour, so I got to do my own headlining tour by myself with my band from back home. We got to do my cousin's my drummer. We've been playing forever. The whole band is family basically, and we got to go all over the country and tour.
What
Were
a way
they
to go.
Yeah, were they in attendance when you were doing Idol? Were the guys in the band there?
Yes, sir. They got tickets and came out to see the show and stuff.
Hey, I would imagine that that golden ticket that you got is probably right there close to you somewhere. I bet you don't let that out of your sight at this point. Am I right?
I got my also have my contestant. No, like the
Yeah. With your name, what was the one with your name on it? There was two of them, right?
I have. You're not supposed to take them,
But you took it.
I took
I would
it.
have taken it.
I put it in my guitar case. I was like, I'm going. See y'all later.
I don't blame you. And I'd have that. That would be framed and on a wall.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
I still got that one that I was holding.
Yeah. Is it right there close by or no?
I know exactly where it is.
Go grab it. I want to see it.
All right.
All right, this is so cool. I've got to see this ticket. This is the
He
actual.
probably shouldn't be showing all this on the air.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And we've got a lot of people chiming in, a lot of friends. By the way, this is Skip Happens. And if you like us on YouTube, that is awesome. Skip Happens podcast page, and also Deb Lamphere of the Country Music Fan Club. And she brings a lot of great artists in and works with them in Nashville and around the United States. And Deb, real quick, if you want to give your Facebook address.
Yeah, like our Facebook page, the Country Music Fan Club. You'll be able to get first dibs on all of our great watch parties that we have going on with our podcasts.
Awesome. And talking about a watch party, here it is. I can't wait to see this.
You ready?
Bring it up. Bring it
We're
up.
ready.
It might be backwards because of the camera, but
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no.
No, it's all right. Yeah.
No, we got it. We got it.
Is that sparkly?
I got goosebumps.
Oh my God, look at that. It's got the sparkles on it and everything.
Oh, that's
Dude,
beautiful.
that's awesome. Put it in a frame, put it on the tour bus, everywhere you go.
I don't know. I'd have that like nailed to the wall that nobody can ever take it, to be honest with you.
I don't know how I did it. Yeah.
Well, we know how you did it because we voted for you, and it's great to to be talking with you here tonight and finding out a little bit more about you. So you're home in Louisiana. You said you were on the bush hog all day, out cutting the big stuff in the backyard.
Yes,
and what do you do for fun? Do you go after gators? Or what do you do in Louisiana?
Well, mostly, where I live, it's a mixture of swamp and country. So like in the morning, like one day you can go drive down the road, go down a dirt road. You can go wake up and launch a boat down the road and go on a river all day. So that's mostly what I do is ride my boat.
That's cool. And when you start thinking about music, is one of those good times is when you're on that boat. One of those opportune times is when you're maybe on the boat by yourself and you can start thinking about something maybe that you want to write, something like that.
Yes, sir. Being on the river or being at home in general is an inspiration for my songwriting. So
cool. And how long have you been writing?
I've been writing. Well, I started like really writing right after American Idol. I went straight to Nashville around June of last year, and I was writing with these big songwriters. I was scared to death. Didn't know how to write a song, but then I was like, maybe I can learn from like them. And all the songwriters that I wrote with, they were like really patient with me when I asked questions like, why do you do this? How'd you get that? And I mean, I learned a lot from that last year, but I've been writing songs since then.
Hey, do you have a birthday coming up? Because all these people that are commenting from around the world are talking about your birthday.
Yes, sir. I turned 20 on the 12th.
Oh, wow. How cool. Well, happy early birthday to you.
Happy early birthday.
I see y'all in the comments.
Yes.
Oh,
exactly.
you do see them. Good.
Okay. I wasn't sure if you see the comments or not, but there are a lot of people chiming in. Obviously, they are your fans. They know a lot about you. They've probably followed you since the moment, if they didn't know you, from the moment that they saw you on Idol, and never let you down.
Yes, sir. They wouldn't be here without my fans.
Yeah, exactly. Very, very cool.
God, God.
Yeah.
Is
Have
it,
you, go ahead, Deb.
no, I say, isn't it amazing how life can change in a day? Because would you ever have thought a few years back that you would have even considered doing something like this?
No, ma'am. I had no idea. I was in high school. I was
Yeah.
like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? So I picked my I went with my gut and picked my what I'm most happiest doing.
You know what's funny, Skip? This is almost like this is actually very, very similar to Carrie Underwood, because she wasn't going to try out either.
That's right.
And
That's
she went
Yep.
unplanned, and look where she's at. So this could be the male version of Carrie Underwood.
Exactly.
That'd be cool.
Status.
Carrie, I've seen Carrie in Los Angeles. She came and did some stuff out there.
When you guys were doing Idol, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I remember that. And I remember when Carrie won Idol, and right after that, the CMA Awards were the one and only time they were being held in New York City at Madison Square Gardens. And we were down there doing a live broadcast, and we all went out afterwards to one of the clubs that was close by, one of the bars. Carrie was still really young at that time, but she was there with her mom. And I remember the record rep coming up to me going, "Skip, you want to meet Carrie Underwood from American Idol?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Just a young, you know, the ponytail, standing there with her mom and all that. And then I see her today, and she's a beautiful woman. She's got a great husband, a great family, and it's just amazing what Idol did for her. Took her, just like it's doing with you, from just starting out to now. Look at her; she's superstardom. So, and I could see you doing the same thing. So. I think Deb's right. It's the male version of that. So that's
male version.
Cool.
Looking forward to that one.
Exactly.
So do they have you, well, of course you can't do anything right now because of COVID, but once this surpasses, do you have a tour planned, or are you associated with Idol anymore at this point? Or are they just basically, you're out on your own now?
Yes, ma'am. Idol's still my family.
Okay.
I'm signed with Hollywood Records, and we were going to be touring this year, but all this happened, and we're moving a lot of the shows to next year. So I think we'll be doing a tour next year for sure.
Yeah, there's probably no doubt. Do you know who you might be doing it on your own, or do you think you'd be tied in with some of the opening for other big artists?
I mean, you never know. I mean,
you don't know of anything right now.
Hopefully, I could. It'd be really, really cool to open up for some other country music artists too.
I think it's going to happen.
Oh, I think so too. It's going to be Fast and Furious next year.
You'll be on the stage of these big stadium shows, which is pretty cool.
I've never played in the stadium before. Wait, I did a lot. I opened for Toby Keith in North Carolina.
Oh wow, very cool, very cool. And I imagine that, like doing a stadium thing would be like on your bucket list is Laine Hardy. So that's probably one of the top things. I would imagine. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's a goal for sure.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool.
What else is on your bucket list?
Well.
And you got a long ways to go, so I'm just saying. But what else is on your bucket list?
I just want to put out a lot of music in my whole life. So... You know, when you go on your phone, you go on Apple Music, you go type in, let me think of an artist like Conway Twitty or some the older artists, and you see like their whole catalog, like through their whole life. You just see their whole life right there.
Yeah,
listen to their whole life.
So you must like the traditional country, and then I was reading somewhere that you like rock as well, classic rock.
Yes, sir. I'm a country boy.
Okay.
But I grew up listening to classic rock. My dad always played it, and he did play a little bit of country, but I love country, and I love classic rock, but I like 50s to 80s.
Wow, that's a big range for such a young gentleman, don't you think? I'm impressed.
But you grew up with it with your dad. Now you say your dad played it. He played it on the radio, or he played it you know, on an instrument? Did he do music at all, or you from a family of musicians, or no?
No, sir. No,
Nope.
nobody in my family does music besides my brother.
Mhm.
And my sister sings a little bit, but
Cool.
she always played on the radio and stuff. And
Yeah. If you could listen to anything right now, what would it be?
right now, at this second,
Right now, what's on your mind? What would you want to listen to? I know I'm putting you on the spot, but it's fun.
Long Cool Woman, the Hollies.
The Hollies. Listen to you.
All right.
Yes, long cool woman in a black dress with the Hollies.
Or Beast of Burden.
Oh, the
Oh,
Stones.
nice. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. What about country?
Country. Charlie Rich, Behind Closed Doors.
Oh my God. Wow.
I love
Dude,
Charlie
I am
Rich.
so impressed. I am just
Yeah.
like blown away.
I like Ronnie Millsap too. He's really
Yeah. Yeah. Have you
Ah.
seen Ronnie in concert? What a show. I've seen him in Nashville a couple of times.
good.
Some
Really.
of the meetings we go to, and it's just, you know, wow. That's all I can say. One word. Wow.
Joe Walsh. I love Joe Walsh.
Oh yeah. Joe. Yep. Awesome. How about the Eagles?
Let me see. Lion Eyes.
Lion Eyes, and Vince Gill just came out with a version of that with the Eagles because he's been out with the Eagles.
Oh yeah. I did see him post something on Instagram, but I didn't.
Yeah. Very cool. So, what's your favorite food? You're gonna say alligator.
Probably just like normal food, steak.
Steak. All right, you're a beef guy. I get it.
Yeah. Me too.
I like crawfish, pacala. I like Louisiana food too. Like just like the food that came from here and stuff. you know?
Right. Well, homegrown. I get it. Do you maybe this is a crazy question, but being where you are in Louisiana, there, you know, I kid around about alligators and all that, or the crocs. I'm not sure what, but are they pretty much all over the place there?
I mean, my whole life here, we've only had 2 or 3 gators.
Okay.
Like wind up around my house, but normally they stay in the water.
It's a good place for them.
It is. They better stay in the water.
You know, you see these YouTube videos and other pictures of a gator in somebody's kitchen or something because they left the door open. And, you know, it's usually 7 or 8 feet long, and it's like, oh my God, it's crazy.
It's something you see that and the hair stands up on the back of your neck. You run on water. You're in the water with it. You just start running on water.
Oh my God.
How humid is it there? It's really humid, correct?
It's like Hawaii.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And what about the hurricane?
It hit Lake Charles pretty bad.
Yeah.
Southwest Louisiana.
Well, you guys were okay though.
Oh yes, sir. We got lucky.
Yeah. Wow. Were you how about Katrina and those hurricanes from the years gone by?
I think Katrina happened in 2005.
Was it that long ago? Oh my God.
2005. I can't remember, but I don't remember. I was like 5.
Yeah.
He was young then.
I do remember one hurricane. I was outside in the front yard, and I was just like in the wind, trying to stay up and stuff.
If you don't mind, anybody that's watching this, viewing this, if you have a question, we'll see it here. If you want to ask Laine a question, I think Laine would do what he can to answer it, or we help him out with that a little bit. But you know, your music is phenomenal. What's that, Deb?
I did see a question that one person had asked if you were still doing must be a virtual or online show. October 17th, I think was the date. It kind of went up the scroll bar right now. Do you have a show coming up?
I have a VTour show coming up. It's going to be happening
In October.
But it should.
Okay. Have you been doing many live virtual shows during this quarantine period?
Yes, ma'am. I've been doing them periodically, and
What somebody's asking, what's your favorite song to sing?
my favorite song to sing all time.
That's a tough question. I
don't have it all time, but
yeah.
Right now, probably Soul Shine Allman Brothers or
Okay.
What's Up 49 Blondes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, 49 Blondes. Oh my God, listen to you. I was just cranking that the other day. It's
So fun. It's so good.
yeah, it's so good, and it's one of those where I get up on a Sunday morning and I come down to my studio, and I too love classic rock. So Four Non Blondes is one of those that is on my playlist, and I'll just crank it in the headphones and just I'm in my own world. I don't know. Is that how you listen to music? You put the headphones on and crank it up, or what do you do?
I have these big speakers in my shop, and when I'm like playing around on my Ableton, I'll turn up like Led Zeppelin all the way up.
Somebody's asking, when is Wing It going to be released?
Well, Wing It's in the works right now, along with a bunch of other of my original stuff. But possibly one day it would be on an album of mine.
What's your favorite Netflix show? Have you been watching Netflix at all? Have you been binge watching anything, Laine, or anything like?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
No, I said, what's your favorite Netflix show?
Oh, it used to be Vampire Diaries.
Okay.
But I watched Outer Banks.
I'm watching that now. Is it?
It's good.
It's good. Yes.
It's really good. But I don't really have one right now.
Okay, I get you. Well, have you? I mean, with this whole pandemic and the quarantine and all that, has that made you even better in some way, shape, or form? Have you been able to, take this time for yourself and improve certain things about you, or maybe your guitar playing or anything you're singing? And not that, I mean, it's excellent as it is, but just saying, everybody works, take time and practice and next level.
During all this downtime that I've had, I've been home, and I've been working on self-improvement. I've been working on just getting more confidence in myself, and just I've been learning how to use these recording softwares and all this stuff like that. But I learned piano a month or two ago. I learned how to play the piano. I've been just working on my voice.
Are you pursuing any college or anything right now, or is it? I'm not sure if I. No, okay. I mean, you're busy with your career, but some people try to squeeze it all in. So I wasn't sure if you were.
I'm more of a hands-on person.
Yeah, I hear you. And with the digital editing software, this stuff's not cheap, and it's fun to learn, but it's very frustrating as well.
It is. Once you get it, you're like, okay, what's all this stuff?
Exactly. I have a full studio, and I've got Pro Tools, and also I use, of course, Adobe Audition as well. I kind of mix the two. That's what I'm using when I do a lot of my work, and then we can edit some of this afterwards. But right now, this is all live, so it's cool. Hey, do you? Well, let me ask you this: what sounds fun to you right now?
Going on the river because my boat's broke right now.
Nice. And
it's
talking about being on the river, I saw a video of the making of a video on the river, if I'm not mistaken. And that was, can you tell us a little bit about that? And I thought it was cool from a viewer's perspective that you can see the cameraman, you can, you're doing what you need to do, but you can see everybody else as well.
Yes, sir. Ground I grew up on, when I went to Los Angeles, February of last year, we were talking about, I was with the label, and we were talking like, okay, this is what we're going to do this year. I was like, what do y'all think about shooting it at home? It would be really cool. Got a couple spots I could show y'all. So we shot, this is my first music video ever. And we shot it here in Livingston. We went down the road, shot it someplace that we used to go all the time. And then the rest of the day, we were on the river. It was really fun. I got to show all this kind of crew from California, what we do out here. And I got to
I thought that was so cool.
My fans. Yes, sir.
And I love the pickup truck in the video, too. I think you were throwing a cooler in the back.
That's the drummer. He was the drummer.
Oh yeah, and what's his name? Is it Trent or is it Trent? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Very cool. What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
First thing I do is I brush my teeth.
Good job. Good question. Good answer.
I really do. If I don't brush my teeth, then I feel nasty the rest of the day.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's good. That's good. Oh man, what's your go-to dance move? I'm going to throw some questions at you that we throw at different artists.
Well, I really don't dance.
Okay.
I really don't dance, but I need to learn how.
I'm just asking. That's cool. I don't have a dance move either. If I did, you wouldn't want to see it.
I would look awkward if I did that. Yeah, I need to figure out how to dance.
What, Laine? You're going to like this one. Deb, you ready? What's the scariest thing you've done for fun? What is the scariest thing you've done for fun?
Scariest thing I've done.
Scariest. Think about it.
Well, Skip went skydiving. I could tell you that.
Yeah, that was
catch me doing that.
Awesome.
Maybe.
All right. Okay. I guess. No, it's a tough one.
It was like really like it pumped you up, man.
No, I know.
American Idol was a scary thing in a way that he did for fun.
Yeah, there you go. Because I don't know how you got through it. I would have never gotten through it. I would have been pooping my pants and everything else. I'd be done.
Yeah.
I'd be done. That was terrible for me to say, but I'm just saying. How the most adventurous thing you've done that your parents don't know about?
Ooh.
Oh.
I don't know if he wants to disclose that information just yet.
Maybe mom and dad are not watching. I don't know.
My mom's sleeping. She might not see this.
Okay, good.
We do rerun it though. Be careful.
Deb, quiet.
I think one night, my friends, they went riding four-wheelers, and I couldn't go nowhere. It was late. I know it was late. Sorry, Mom. And they called me. I was like halfway awake. They were like, "Hey, let's go ride." I was like, all right. I went out the back door. Went out. Got on my four-wheeler. Took off slow down the driveway. Took off down the Hunt Lease at them. And then I came back. Went back to bed.
That's crazy. And Mom, they never found out. So.
Wasn't that bad? It wasn't bad. But
no, but still being late at night and being how young you
to go, and I went
doing crazy things. We've all done it, dude.
Youth.
We've all been there. Youth. We never grow up. I'm just saying. And don't ever grow up. Keep being you. That's all there is to it. But what's on your phone background right now? If you were to look at your phone, what's on the back?
Where'd it go?
Show us. You can just look.
I don't know where it is, but I think it's
that's all right. What is it?
My girlfriend.
Awesome.
Oh,
very cool.
Smart young man.
And who is Jet? Somebody was saying something about Jet.
Jet is my mini golden doodle.
A mini golden
doodle.
I did.
Golden doodle.
Oh, dog. Golden doodle.
Oh, a dog.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, dog.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
His golden doodle with his accent wasn't quite registering on our end when it was coming through. So.
See, Deb's got the Long Island accent. I've got the upstate New York accent, and you've got the Midwest Southern accent. So. Which is a good thing. Do you ever do karaoke? Do you ever get out and just kind of go to a karaoke bar and just kind of, well, I don't know if you go to the bars or not, but do you ever do karaoke?
Well, I used to go sing karaoke at this boat launch called Black Lake Club. They do karaoke every Thursday night or Saturday night, and I'd go there and just sing karaoke sometimes.
So good. And what are you going to do when you get off this podcast tonight?
Well, I got to go to Nashville tomorrow.
Wow.
So okay. I'm going to go see my girlfriend.
Is she in Nashville?
She's in Baton Rouge right now.
Nice.
She's in college.
Cool, man. Cool. And you're going to Nashville, you're hopping on a plane, you're driving up?
Me and my cousin, we're driving up there.
Okay. And what are you going to record? Or are you just going to meet up and do some writing, or are you just going to go hang? I'm pretty nosy, aren't I?
I'm doing some. It's a surprise.
Okay, I got you. You don't have to say anymore. But what do you drive?
I drive a 2019 Chevy Silverado.
Nice, sweet. And American Idol helped out with that a little bit, got you to where you are.
Well, they did, but I played some shows last year.
Oh, nice.
I was like, Dad, I want to buy a truck. He was very confused, but then I was like, well, if it's a little bit more, just a little bit more than a used truck, then might as well buy the new one. You know?
No, exactly. Good. I had a Silverado. I know where you're coming from. I loved my Chevy. I've had a Dodge. I drove Ford. I've had all the pickups. You know, just kind of bounce around a little bit. And to be honest with you, one's almost as good as the other. It's just personal preference at the time. At the time that you're signing the papers, I guess. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what's next for Laine? You're going to Nashville, but what do you see coming up for you?
New music.
Okay.
More info on when I'm going to be playing shows again.
Yeah, you got to be itching to get out, man. I'd be going nuts. I mean, even doing what we do, just we can't go and do our shows, and it would just, I'm stuck in a radio station as opposed to being out on stage introducing acts and things like that. So it's, it's just really, it sucks. I mean, just,
But I said after January, I think it's going to be fast and furious.
It is.
So that's okay.
Laine, before we let you go tonight, is there, they can go to your website. You have a website, obviously, and I'm sure there's some merch on there, or no?
Yes, sir. LaineHardyMusic.com.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got some merch on there. Ground I grew up on, and I got like this little floating keychain they can get.
I love it. That's kind of a cool idea. That's cool. Do you come up with the idea for your merch, or do you let other people do that?
Well, Richards and Southern, they come up with a bunch of like different creative ideas, and I'm like, they send them to me. I'm like, hey,
and you take it from there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I want this. I don't want that. I like this. I don't like that. So,
do you have several managers now that you have to work with? I mean, obviously, you'll have someone for your merch. You have someone for your website and social media. Do you have an array of people?
Yes, ma'am. I got like a simple little team. We're all close.
Good.
And it's Fusion management. They manage like Cassie Pope, Riley Green, and all that. Daniel Miller is like the guy that is the head of it, and Nick Garvin, craziest guy I ever met from Kentucky. But yes, ma'am. It's really nice. I'm really thankful and grateful for the.
Well, it's nice to have a close-knit group because you all gel, it sounds like, and you all get along well. So that's a win-win for everyone. So hopefully they're all watching.
I hope they are.
If not, we'll be rerunning it.
Absolutely. This will be, it's up forever now. Once it hits YouTube, it's there. And it's Laine Hardy.
There.
And it's on Skip Happens tonight. Hey, do you keep in touch with like Luke Bryan or any of those?
Well, I don't keep in touch with them like often, but every now and then I'll
text.
I'll DM. I don't have their number, but I'll DM them and they'll respond.
Oh, how cool! Well, I mean, after all, you have that relationship, so why not? That's cool. That's cool. Are you meeting up with Luke in Nashville?
Well, last year, me and Ben Hayslip and Ben Akins, we went fishing in Luke's pond.
Oh, nice.
He loves to fish.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of his place and the pond, and he stocks it, and it's pretty cool. I'd love to put a line in the water there. That would be so.
I'll tell you, when you throw a line out there, there's just reel a big bass in every time you throw a line in. It's crazy.
A big bass. You gotta love it. What's your favorite fishing product? You must have. I mean, what do you use for lures, or what do you prefer to use when you fish?
Well, my pole, I'll use like a is it Lou, Lose,
Lose, I think. Yeah.
LAWS. That's the poll and reel I like to use, and then I use beetle spins and maybe like artificial worms and stuff.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. I remember, I know here in the Northeast, we go out for bass and we would use the crawfish, small crabs, put them on the line and the bass would love them. So
live bait?
Yeah.
Live bait's the best bait to use.
Yep. There it is. All right. Just taking a quick glance here to see if we have any other questions. I know we probably missed a few, but this is so cool, Laine, that you took the time to join us. Being who you are, you're already a star. I know you've got a long ways to go because you're 19, but you've reached it. And being at this level at your age, dude, we're going to see you on that big stage like real soon. And we can't wait to meet you in person. And we'll make it a point that if we know that you're anywhere in the Northeast, I'm sure Deb and I will jump in the truck and we'll come down and we'll meet up and come down and say hello. But
I can't wait to meet y'all either.
Yeah.
Actually,
very proud of you. Go ahead, Deb.
Will they have you? Is it on your schedule to play at CMA Fest by any chance next year? Have you heard any talks about that?
I think we were talking about it or something, but I don't know the full details on it.
Just radar, keeping it on the radar. Okay.
Yeah, Deb has been to like 20 of those. So
I go every year.
And she does it with her business and what have you. And Skip Happens. We've been on the air doing this. Of course, the radio thing I've been doing forever, but doing the actual podcast about a year and a half now. So, and we're looking to take it, if we can go to CMA Fest, we'll take it there. We'll do a podcast from there. And, if that happens, we definitely let you know. Maybe you can come over and say hello and we can make it work. And we can also get you on the air with the radio station. So that's good. That's
cool. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm just reading here. Bonnie just wrote, always praying for you, Laine, for your success and your safety and your future. Have a great birthday, doing what makes you happy. You deserve it. Can't wait to see what amazing music we have coming from you in the days ahead. People like that are so cool.
Thanks,
I can see it too.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We have folks on the CMFC watch party saying they want to see you in the Northeast. They want to see you in Florida. And I missed some of the other ones that scrolled past because they were going so quickly.
I think you got a lot of traveling ahead of you.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you're going to be all over.
Yeah. Have you traveled to the Northeast at all? Have you been we're in Syracuse. This is, this is where the podcast is coming from. My studio in Syracuse, and Deb is on the other side of town, but we're very close. So, have you ever been in this area?
I played, the closest place I played in Maryland.
Maryland, okay.
I played in Philadelphia. Wait, no, not Philadelphia. Sorry.
You might have gone there with Idol. I don't know. No, maybe not.
Oh, well, it wasn't. Well, I wasn't with Idol.
Right.
You won't be able to remember all the places you've been to after a while.
But I've been up there a little bit, but not close to home.
Right.
You will be.
All right, Laine, you know what? You spent, a lot of time with us here tonight. And Deb and I can't thank you enough for taking the time out of your busy evening to join us. I know you're, an hour behind us, I believe, in time, but still got plenty of time to go have some fun. And we thank you for joining us here on Skip Happens. We have a ball talking to the new artist. And, of course, you are a new artist, but you're also a well-established artist, if that makes any sense, because everything that you've accomplished in your life, which is fabulous. Yes, and you're very well-mannered. We appreciate you coming on, and we hope to see you again soon. And once we click off, if you want to stay right there, I got something I want to ask you. But thank you. Anything you want to say to everybody that's tuning in, because there are a ton of people.
I'd just like to say, thank y'all so much for coming on here. I really appreciate all the really crazy, powerful support y'all give me, all the positivity. And thank y'all for voting on those for my music video that I grew up on.
Yeah, I love that video.
Really appreciate my fans. So.
All right. Deb, any further questions?
I'm
Are you
good.
done?
You still need to go also to Maine and Michigan. That came through, and then other folks in Louisiana. So you will be busy.
Yeah, and make sure Syracuse is on that list because I saw a few
Yeah.
on here for Syracuse. Yeah. It's Laine Hardy, everybody. Thank you again for joining us here on Skip Happens tonight. Make sure you check us out on Facebook. You can go to Skip Clark on Facebook, or you go Skip Happens Podcast. Deb has hers, which she'll repeat right now.
Come to the Country Music Fan Club Facebook page, like our page, and you will be in for all sorts of surprises coming up.
Yep. And if you're in the Northeast, 92.1 The Wolf, the afternoons, just make sure you get The Wolf on if you're in the area, because you're going to hear Laine's song. I'll tell you right now. You're going to hear it. That's
true.
All right, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
And do what we told you. Go to our Facebook and make sure you subscribe. Laine, hang on a minute when we click off. And thank you for joining us here tonight.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Trying to point y'all.
Hey, you're doing that pretty good.
It's always the opposite way.
I'm always backwards.